I grew up in the church. My parents took me to church. First time I probably heard the gospel was when I was 8 or younger, but it really wasn't until college that I really started to figure out what it meant to actively have a relationship with God. I graduated from Tarleton and came to Texas Tech to continue my college career, get my graduate degree, and got plugged into the college ministry here, and really enjoyed going, and really continued to develop my faith and grow stronger in my relationship. And that's where we met. It was really a God thing that we met. God and David Hahn actually had to drag me to meet her.
Well, I grew up Catholic actually, and my whole family went to the same church basically. My grandma went there, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, all of us went to the same church. But looking back, I really was dazed out most of the time just sitting in the pew, and I didn't pay attention to anything basically. And my best friend Avery invited me to the First Baptist Church in Hereford where we grew up, and I think sitting in that youth group was the first time I actually paid attention and was intrigued in the service the whole time and listened to what the preacher was saying. And that's whenever I really became a Christian, I would say, and was saved. And before, you probably could have asked me if I was a Christian and I would have said yes, just because I knew who God was and I believed in him, but I had no relationship with him. I graduated in 2016 and I moved here to Lubbock, and I started coming to church here at First Lubbock. And I also joined a Christian sorority called Phi Lam. And Phi Lam had these prayer groups that met up once a week, and I would meet with my prayer groups, and it had like an incredible group of ladies that are still some of my very best friends, and they come to church here at First Lubbock too, actually. And that's whenever I really saw like the Christian faith lived out, and they had spiritual disciplines that they really stuck to, and they read their Bibles every day, and they prayed constantly throughout the day, and they included God in every aspect of their life, and he absolutely was their number one priority. And so it was a huge example to me, and eventually I just reached out to FL Respond and talked to somebody in July of 2020, and then my grandma passed away in August of 2020, and I backed out because I just couldn't do it, because I just started thinking it would disappoint my grandma, and I didn't want to hurt my dad more than he was already hurt after losing his mom. And so I just ignored it, and then the voice was still there constantly, always, and I just started believing more and more lies that were like combating that voice. And so I started thinking, what is everybody gonna think? Like, I've been a Christian for so long, everybody that knows me knows I'm a Christian, I've been coming to this church for so long, I've been involved, I know so many people here, what are they all gonna think? Me and Kelton got married in May of 2021. And we just talked about it, and Kelton said, I really think we need to join the church. And I said, yes, I agree, and I really do need to get baptized. And so we reached out, and I finally am doing it in 2022, several years later. And it feels like a huge weight off of my chest, like knowing I'm obeying God and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, like what he's called me to do. And like, nobody is judging me for it. Like, all my church family is celebrating it, and they're happy. There's no judgment like I thought the lies were telling me that there would be. My dad's not disappointed, and so it just feels really good to know I'm doing what I'm called to be doing, and I'm obeying the Lord.